Dan Bernstein Unfiltered. Unfiltered on 312 Sports.
It is Dan Bernstein Unfiltered here on 312 Sports. I'm Dan Bernstein along with our executive producer, Matt Abatacola. On this episode, I want to talk about how the Bears are handling this loss and what we can learn, not just from moves that are made or improvements we see. Did you just crack open one of your things?
Yeah, I did.
You didn't. What? You could have done that 30 seconds ago.
I like to do it on the microphone.
Is this a thing now?
Is what a thing? Me cracking it?
Yeah.
It has been. This is the first time you've noticed it.
Are you going to Flavortown?
No, I'm
okay.
No. Here's what I'm drinking it today like this. So.
All right, fine. Just making sure. Want to talk about how the Bears handle this internally and what we can read from their level of concern, because I think early in his coaching tenure, I don't want to call it a crossroads, but I think Ben Johnson has to be very mindful and deliberate about what he projects to his team at this point. Also, the Bulls signed what appears to be a franchise cornerstone for
a lot of money,
$25 million a year over 4 years. Josh Giddey has re-upped, and should be. So we'll discuss the ramifications of that decision. And then there's some Cubs stuff with Kyle Tucker belatedly hitting the injured list, and the news that broke this morning that former Cub slugger Anthony Rizzo is retiring officially from Major League Baseball and immediately stepping into his cushy job as the youngest and newest Cubs ambassador. Usually you got to wait 20 years or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Is he the youngest ever Cubs ambassador?
Yeah, easily. Yeah, I mean, he's not doing anything right now. I think he's hanging out in Florida, living down there, and just kind of chilling. So.
I know previously other people didn't make enough money that they probably had to have actual jobs or sources of income. He clearly does not. So now he's, I haven't looked at his family, but how quickly does he get big and ambassadory?
I don't know, but does it mean that we have to add one more former player to the booth now at times? It's it's just too much.
Yeah,
there's too much going on.
And what we're going to do in honor of that news is I'm going to give you, the longtime Cub fan, a Rizzo Quizzo.
Not a Wizzo Quizzo, but a
Rizzo.
No,
not Marshall Brodeen.
Okay.
Not Wizzo.
Not Wizzo.
Of Bozo's Circus fame. No, not Wizzo. Rizzo Quizzo. And then, did you see what happened in this congressional meeting yesterday at the House Government Oversight Subcommittee?
Is that the RFK stuff?
No.
About the vaccines?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Did you see that one,
It
though?
wasn't quite that explosive.
That was really good.
But no, I'm actually into this now, because there's some video here that, if it is what they say it is absolutely wild. And this was the House Government Oversight Subcommittee hearing into unidentified anomalous phenomena.
Oh.
Anomalous phenomena.
Yeah, okay.
Do. Anomalous phenomena. Do. So we'll get to that. But first, we got to talk about, most importantly,
Wizzo.
No Wizzo, and the Rizzo Quizzo's later, and it's not most important.
This week, though, there is a story that we have to cover that has a Wizzo lookalike in the story.
Okay.
He's a college football coach that, according to my wife, looks like Wizzo.
Does he have the hat? Does he have the TV magic cards? Wait, hold on. She's only 29. How does she know Wizzo?
She knows Wizzo. She's an old soul.
Okay.
And she's not 29 yet.
Okay. Well, I don't believe that.
She's 21.
Okay. But I don't believe that she knows Wizzo.
She does.
Okay.
She knows a lot.
All right.
She knows more than you do.
Well, that's not hard. The Bears' spin on this is going to be really interesting. And usually what a coach will do is get detailed. When a coach is scared of thinking about the big picture, the staff and everybody in the building always can fall back on details. Always can fall back, and we got to execute this block. We got to run this play. We have to streamline this operation. Where we have the benefit of being able to say, oh my God, all of these things looking bad and wrong at the worst times is a shock to the system. The Bears may feel the same way, but they can't project that. And this is what I'm curious about how Ben Johnson, as a first-time head coach, a 39-year-old first-time NFL head coach, has to stand in front of his team this week. And either there's a continuum, right? So on one end of the continuum is, guys, that was really bad, and we got to fix this or I'm fired. Oh, my God, I didn't think it'd be that bad. And he comes home at night, and he's got imposter syndrome. Oh, I can't. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can. Honey, I don't know if I can do this. So that's one end. The other end is we knew this was going to be a long process. Maybe the fans and the talking heads out there and members of the talking heads also didn't know how big a lift this was. And he knew the whole time. And he can say, boy, they got to look at the job I got to do. They know how far we are. And so the answer isn't either one of those polar opposites. Mm-hmm. It's how he expresses the middle ground. How he's able to let his team know this is unacceptable. This is not the way you come out of camp. This is not the way you respond after 3 quarters. And let them know that while also sending the message that we're okay. It's one game. There's 17 of them. Nobody remembers. After 4 weeks, nobody's going to remember how bad this was. Or this will be our finest hour, and we are going to write the story.
Churchill.
We'll write the story of our redemption from this misery.
Ben Churchill. Yeah, and I just want to remind our listeners here, too, that we have an episode of Forward Progress that will happen later today as well, because those happen daily now. You can get Forward Progress, our Chicago Bears podcast. We're gonna get into it in more detail of what happens now moving forward. Also, some sound from Ben Johnson as well.
Right. I think full transparency on that is that in the infancy of 312 Sports and our podcasts, we're trying to figure that out. Mm-hmm. Just so I'm being totally transparent here, is that when we come in the morning, we're trying to say, look, obviously Bears are our lead here, and we're going to start with that because that's what everybody's talking about. But how do we make sure that we're serving our audiences properly with how much Bears we do here and how much we don't want people to tune into Forward Progress and say, well, you said all that already and I heard all that already.
Correct.
And it's going to take us months before we know what our crossover is of who's listening to what and when and what the habits are. So allow us a little bit of latitude here as we try to figure out exactly what you want and how you want it.
Yeah, and I'm very excited about going over the sound from Ben Johnson, and because I have thoughts on Ben Johnson, and there's some good stuff, and then there's some things that alarm me quite a bit.
And if in fact this all blows up on him, he wouldn't be the first.
No,
just because he's smart and good looking and young, it doesn't mean he's Sean McVay. It really doesn't. And we tend to think these things, and we tend to project these archetypes on and say, well, he's another one of these, and this is another one of these, and the Bears have their this. But people are people.
Yep.
And there's too many factors involved and too much gray area, especially with all of the endemic dysfunction of the Chicago Bears.
Correct, because there is a lot of it from the top on down.
And has been, and we note that. And does endemic dysfunction mean that Jonah Jackson jumps off sides? It's hard to draw a straight line to any of that. But we know, I use the word gestalt, this sort of unknowable combination of the whole that isn't necessarily made up of its parts. That we don't know exactly how it all works together to make Bears football bad and annoying and miserable. We just know over time that something does.
Yeah, and here's the thing, too. We may not have, the Bears may not have all the correct pieces in place to get to that next championship. And that's from
not even close.
The top on down. And I'm not just talking about player staff or player roster. I'm talking about within the organization. You may not have all the right people that you need to make that leap.
And whether or not you include Ryan Poles in that or any
100% I do.
Any of the
Top on down.
The hires that he's made, whether ownership is part of that. It's the McCaskies. Well,
that's never going to change.
No,
but yeah, anyway.
That would certainly be that's a debate for another time, or no time, frankly.
Yeah, frankly, no time. They're not selling the team.
As far as we're concerned. But I do think that the tone that is set here is going to be a really interesting one because especially the free agents that signed here. And that I'm including Ben Johnson in that. The people that bought in. I wonder how they feel. It's like it wasn't supposed to look like that. That's the thing for Tooney and for Dahlman and for these guys. They're here because we all expected something very much other than that.
Yeah, and what I would love to hear, and we never will, but I would love to hear their honest perspective of what they see now that they're on the inside looking out.
And what I don't want is what happened last year when a lot of stuff about what happened in practice came out late. They weren't really coaching us in practice. Like when things happen after the fact, even though there were observers at practice, like, they don't really look all that good. And we're kind of seeing them. They keep saying they don't make the same mistakes twice, and yet they do, and they make the same mistakes multiple times. But after Eberflus left and after everything melted down last year, then they're like, well, practices were terrible. We didn't really understand the play calls.
Well, what do you like? How would you fix that then? Because you're not going to have guys talk out of line.
No,
right in the middle of
what
it.
I'm saying is, I want Ben Johnson to know it. I want to trust that Ben Johnson knows. Yeah. All right,
that's the difference.
I want
him.
I want his job. All of these millions of dollars being paid for him to be like, hey, whatever we were doing in the lead up here didn't take. Or something about our messaging, something didn't translate to the field. All of our thorough approach to everything are not allowing a mistake to go uncoached. Run it again. Pull that guy aside. Get somebody in there. Whatever they try to do to make sure the smallest missteps get coached. Something clearly didn't work well enough.
Yeah, and I'm going to hold myself accountable, and I'm guilty of this. I had higher expectations for Ben Johnson because of all we've heard about him as an offensive coordinator, the fact that he was the hottest guy out there on the market. But this is his first time being a head coach of an NFL team. And I skimmed over that pretty quickly, thinking he would be extremely successful from the jump as a head coach. And I didn't allow him the time or the grace of having a learning curve of being the man in charge.
And something we're going to get into on Forward Progress also is the difference between words and tone and trying to make sure coaches take blame all the time.
Yeah.
Well, it starts with me. But you know it when you hear it, right? We got to be better at
you know when it's genuine and when the guy's really like holding himself accountable.
I'm pointing the thumb, not just finger. It's coaching, it's everything right now. But we didn't execute. That means it's not really my fault,
right?
Or what did John Summerall, the Tulane head coach, he said? He said it's not for lack of desire. It's not for lack of. Everybody's got to do their jobs better.
Yeah. Right. And what did Pat Summerall, what did he say? He said, I'll have another.
He said, bring me another bottle of Crown
Royal.
Bottle.
That's what it was.
Meanwhile, do you know who Pat Summerall's sister is?
Pat Summerall's sister. No.
White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles.
Oh,
daughter. Excuse me, daughter.
Daughter.
Susie Wiles is Pat Summerall's daughter and looks like him.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah. And apparently she's the one that told him to stop drinking.
Oh, really?
Too late.
Well, yeah.
He's like, I will.
Well, maybe she said after the first bottle of Crown, she should stop drinking.
Well, no, it was too.
I know.
The last
up in the booth
calling the Masters.
Yes.
One bottle before they went on the air.
That could be boring at times, though.
But no, the Masters, and then the second bottle once they started on the air.
Yeah,
it took multiple interns to get him down out of the thing.
The only issue I have there is the choice, but
Crown.
Yeah, it just was never my
little sweet.
The
bag comes in handy though.
The bag's cool.
Change purse.
My mom had tons of those quarters in them.
She could be
but she never drank though. I don't know where she got the Crown Royal bags from. I think she just went to the liquor store and lifted them. opened the boxes, took the bag, and went out the store.
Or just asked for extras. Just
Maybe.
say, hey, by the way, you can hook me up a little purple.
She always had them, but
there.
never drank it.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
So I do think the psychology of the Bears is a significant aspect. And I've been accused, rightly so, of thinking that words matter more than they do in grading press conferences and all that. But I like to think over time, as a Bears observer, I'm pretty good at coach speak. I'm pretty good at interpreting people's words and their approach, their demeanor, and understanding what it says about them and what it says about how they're doing their jobs.
Yeah, no, and I agree, Dan. And I think I've gone over press conferences in the past, and now this current Bears season. And yeah, I may evaluate and examine the words too closely, but that's how you understand patterns, and that's how you get to know a coach from afar. I don't get to sit down and talk to Ben Johnson one-on-one, off the record. I don't get to know him that way. So I have to learn who Ben Johnson is through his pattern, through the choice of his words, through the key phrases he continues to use, which, there's a few of them now that have perked up, and every time I hear him, what is the interpretation of that? What does he really mean when he's saying that?
I will also look this week at if there is a symbolic example-setting personnel move internally. Is somebody elevated? Is someone demoted? And does that show any sense of panic? Because that again is going to be our evaluation of their response. How serious? How can they balance those things I described earlier? How can they balance, holy shit, that was bad, and balance, it's one game, don't overreact. It's the NFL. The NFL is weird. We're fine.
And we had 3 starters not there on defense.
And it's the first game of a new regime, and some of this is expected. Let the outside people make the noise and do the worrying. We're not worried in here. How do they balance those two poles?
And whose words don't get examined very closely, and where you have people on the outside examining it very closely and looking at it in great detail, are teams that win football games consistently.
You don't worry about it.
That's not something you look at. What you do is you look at those teams that are losing consistently, not showing up on game day and playing NFL football. Those are the guys that get looked at for what they say and how they're saying it.
Yeah, and that built me a house. It's helping put 2 kids through college. So believe me, I understand that, because I've spent a professional life, it seems, doing more of that than anything else. So again, for all of the details and all of the sound and everything Bears, Forward Progress is going to come out a little bit later today.
Yeah, last night I was watching the Cubs game, and I went into my bookie, and I actually made a bet for the weekend. Made a play.
Do you want to save this for your Friday?
Oh no,
pick?
but because it's not, because this is a fun one, because it's my Vanderbilt team. I decided to
Diego Pavia.
Yeah, make a little play on Vanderbilt in South Carolina. We're getting, I think, 6.5.
Okay,
so took that. Yeah, and the over, because we're going to score a lot of points. I'm excited about it. My guy Diego Pavia. Bears next year. Let's go. Starting quarterback.
You're a Vandy guy now.
I am a Vandy guy.
You and Jay Cutler.
Oh, yeah. Well, Jay's my guy. Always been. He's never liked me, but he's always been my guy. I love Jay.
Will Purdue?
Well, oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Will and I have no relationship whatsoever. He doesn't hate me or love me.
Oh, you will. You will.
Okay.
I predict. No. Will's awesome. Who Vanderbilt locally? There was a bull named Charles Davis who went there, not the broadcaster, Charles Davis.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, he was.
Remember Charles Davis.
Yeah, he went
anyone else go there?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Commodore, not Commander. Because I was just working on my top 10 list.
Oh, okay.
So, no.
Yeah. We should say we're going to do this, right?
Should we or no?
I think we should.
Okay.
So when we did the top,
it's up now on YouTube.
Oh, the top 10 Vikings?
Yes.
So we're going to do this for every Bears opponent. For every Bears opponent.
This is valuable because it's really valuable, like, to preview a game.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to know.
It gets you ready for the game.
It's sports, like trivia, knowledge. People love that stuff.
Talk sports. It is sports.
Yeah.
We did the top Vikings, the list of the
top 10 Vikings of all time.
Yep. So this week, between now and Friday at some point, you will get the top 10 Lions.
Top 10 Lions.
Of all time.
All time.
And we're going to do this in one way or another For every single
yep.
Bears opponent. The divisional opponents, we may have to figure out when we get a second go-round, another angle on that, or we just won't do it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll figure that out. But if we're helping you. We're providing a service. I mean, you're going to your buddy's house this weekend to watch the Bears-Lions. You can bring this with you, this knowledge.
You will have the list.
You're sitting there waiting. Hey, guys, you know who some of the greatest Lions were ever? Go over it.
Yep, and the Vikings one, there's a lot in there.
You are welcome.
There's scouting reports. We're doing it for you, and you
you
should appreciate it.
Yeah, damn it.
Big news for the Bulls. It's not really a surprise that they've re-signed Josh Giddey to a 4-year, $100 million contract extension. And
so contract extension, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There had been some reports that they were far apart, that they were going to let him test the market. And it sounds like ultimately where Giddey supposedly wanted $30 million a year, and the team was like, 22 or 23, at least according to Joe Cowley's estimation. They're here at 25. And the obvious question is, which Josh Giddey are they getting? Are they getting the one that was ball dominant and terrible on defense and couldn't shoot from the outside, had to be replaced at ends of games? Or are they getting the Josh Giddey who, after the All-Star break, you know what he averaged?
No.
He averaged 21.2 points, 10.7 rebounds, and 9.3 assists per game.
Almost a triple-double. Wow.
Averaged, while shooting 45.7% from three.
All right. So, yeah, which guy did they sign?
If they signed something in between.
Which one did they ask for?
Most likely they signed
Did they ask for the second half guy? Because that would have been smart.
It's funny because they did explicitly. They pretty much said that you better be that guy. And a lot of it has to do with how hard he tries on defense and whether or not he even assumes a defensive stance. Because I'm not kidding.
That's a bad look.
No, I watch him.
No, I know.
On defense, he like the first thing they teach you on the youth level is the defensive stance.
Yes.
And somehow Giddey has to remind himself every time to lower his center of gravity and put his arms out. And
that's unfortunate.
It is. Yeah. He just doesn't seem to do it. It's a big commitment for the Bulls because it's not they refuse to call what they're in a rebuild, even though it obviously is because of these fodder contracts that are coming off the books. Zach Collins and Kevin Huerter and all of these and Vooch and some of these. There's going to be other moves. They're going to offload some of this. Maybe even Io is going to get offloaded. The question is, how much money are you going to devote to good but not great players? Because I don't think that's a path to anything. Kobe White's good.
Signing a bunch of good players?
But without a superstar in this league.
Yeah, but that path leads you to being 8, 9, 10, 11
maybe
in the conference.
Maybe. But Giddey, Kobe White, and the other pieces that you have signed, Jalen Smith and Trae Young, right now it's still in between for me. And if they re-sign Kobe White, who's going to command a number, and Patrick Williams is still here. So you may just have a core that is underneath star level. And that's not where you spend your money. You spend that money after you've found your core that is star level. So what they're locking in, I'm not sure. And I don't know if they believe that Josh Giddey is eventually going to be the kind of star that elevates a team. I don't think his game is the type of game that improves everything around him. I think those are in large part even his good numbers can be empty because of the lack of defense, because of his ball dominance, and the way the game is played now isn't a watch this guy go and everybody stand around kind of game. They did that with DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, you didn't sell this contract extension very well to me. So
that wasn't my goal.
Okay, well, fine. You still didn't. What is this good money then?
Potentially, it's okay money.
Okay,
I'm dubious.
So is 100
I just
million
want to know
over
the plan?
Okay,
it could be fine if there is a larger plan in place here.
It could be.
I don't understand why Isaac Okoro is here. That I don't get.
Okay, well, I can tell you right now, with the guys in charge, there is no plan. That's the problem. But at $25 million a year for Josh Giddey, You said it could be okay money, it could be fine
It's
money.
not that much in current NBA
Okay,
dollars.
that's what I was going to ask. As far as what he can deliver, $25 million to your cap, is that significant? Is it?
It's not 30,
and it's not detrimental to moving forward.
No, and it's not some. It's not a. It's a lot, but it's not superstar money.
Okay.
But the question is how much in total they end up devoted to non-superstar money, because you're still on rookie deal for Buzelis, and now you've got Isenge in here, whether or not he even plays in the NBA this year.
Probably not. Not this. I wouldn't think this year.
Whether they're going to work him through the G League or I don't know what the plan is for where Isenge is going to be, whether or not he's going to contribute.
I don't think he's on your opening day, like your opening night roster.
Let's see. Let's see what other moves can be made here and who else they can, because you've got a lot of guys. If this is a proper rebuild and you have the guys that you have on these final year deals where they can become easier to trade, Ayo Dosunmu is a movable trade piece. And then of the expiring deals, I mentioned Collins, I mentioned Herter, I mentioned Vooch, and Kobe White, who I think they intend to re-sign, is on an expiring deal. And then Javon Carter, who's been a solid pro and a good guy, but really kind of a nothing as far as winning basketball games are concerned.
We're gonna talk Bulls throughout the year on DBU, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. I didn't think this through, so I'm gonna have to get involved in that, watching the games.
I'll handle most
Bulls
of it.
games.
I'll handle most.
Oh
of it.
no, God, yeah, for sure. But yeah, I'll turn it on.
I know it's not really your thing.
No. It's not. I watched 2 games last year. We took Natalie and I took all the boys to a Bulls Bucks game in December.
It's a great product,
which was a lot of fun. We had a really good time.
Part of the problem is how good the product is,
and then
the actual going to a game.
It was fun, yeah,
especially taking kids to a game.
It was a blast.
It's great, yeah.
And then Hank, Jack, and I sat down to watch the play-in game. And by the end of the second quarter, it was right before halftime. I looked and the couch was empty and I was alone. And I was like, "Oh, I guess I can turn this off now." So
after Jason went to college, I still talked to the couch.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, I would look over and try to explain. And I would say something. And I said, like watching a college basketball game. I said, "Oh, that's a triangle and 2. You don't see a lot of triangle and 2 exotic defenses, see? Because those guys are staying where they are. They're." And Beth was like, he's not here, right? Last night, because we had Maggie, our neighbor's dog, came over last night.
Right.
Maggie
hates the cleaning people.
Maggie, the talking dog.
Yeah.
Who says hello to me, but doesn't say hello to Beth or Zoe.
Okay.
I say, "Hi, Maggie, hello." And she goes, "Oh," but only talks to me because I'm the guy that gives her salami. Salami guy gets the hello.
That's a good one.
And now
that's a good treat.
I used to say sit and shake before the salami. Now she runs into the house,
does it automatically,
sits and waves her hand like, "Give me the damn salami already."
That's what Frank does. If you go get any snack, he'll come over to you and just start pawing you because he's shaking.
No, but this Maggie's learned the routine for the salami already. Almost like it's a Pavlovian response.
You always have salami in the house?
When I know she's coming.
Okay.
I actually
Well,
do.
you go out and buy salami just for the dog who doesn't like the cleaning people?
I do.
Okay.
Is that okay? Or
no, that's good. No, it's cute.
Because I like it too. I like accurate salami too.
I like that you like dogs.
So sometimes
it humanizes you a little bit more.
Sometimes I declare salami party.
Okay.
And then we both have salami.
You cover yourself in it?
Let
her eat it off of you?
No, because I...
like a giant salami shirt you wear?
I give her a piece.
Like a bride, they put dollars on the dress. But you put like salami pieces on your chest.
Not a terrible idea.
Okay.
I'll take that under advisement. But anyway, so
don't bring Hal Phipps around.
I was eating dinner, and you know what I was watching? I was watching Evil Dead 2, which
I can't remember.
Oh, come on! You've seen Army of Darkness, right?
Yes, but I can't remember watching Evil Dead 2.
It was on the other night, and I immediately recorded it.
Wasn't it like AMC?
I don't know what it was. I recorded it, and now I have it, and it's like the last 2/3 of it, which is pretty much all you need.
Yeah.
And I was trying to explain it to Maggie.
The dog?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, because remember that the Deadite part only got into his hand. So if he cuts off his hand,
he'll be fine.
He'll be okay. But he wasn't, because I forgot that he actually became a zombie and then got unzombied when he picked up the amulet. And I forgot that part, and I apologize. I said, "I'm sorry. I gave you a bum stare on that one, doggo." I thought
Does she sit and watch with you?
Yeah, she's curled
Okay.
up on the couch and just kind of ignoring me and sleeping and farting and doing dog stuff.
Last night we watched on Netflix. There was a doc on a documentary, as this woman said it in the show. She called it a documentaries.
Yeah. Hey, buddy.
It's called it's called Unknown Number, and it's about these two high school students that were receiving these bullying text messages. Dude, it's something you should watch. It's unbelievable.
Okay, I don't know if I have time for this.
You do have time. You talk to a dog and you let it eat salami off your chest. You're watching Evil Dead 2. You have time.
Evil Dead
for a good
2,
documentary.
Evil Dead 2 rules.
Okay. I'll have to go back and look at it again to see if I don't recall.
It's for whatever budget they had. It was like $4.
Okay.
And somehow Sam Raimi made this thing work. Somehow seriously, the budget is.
Well, you have a good story. Doesn't matter about the budget.
Well, and a visionary director.
So the guy lost his arm. He cut
Ash Williams loses his hand. He had to cut off his hand because his hand got possessed.
Okay.
And then he finds a way to hook up the chainsaw to his stump.
Oh, okay.
And then one of his hands is a chainsaw.
Okay, but that prevented his whole body from getting possessed by cutting the hand off, or.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's a similar line in the Brad Pitt zombie movie, the World War Z.
Didn't see it.
Yeah, so she got this one army gal. She got bit in the arm, and he cut it off at the elbow to prevent.
Because zombiness goes through your bloodstream?
I guess
I don't
this particular strain of it that came out of Philadelphia.
If you need windows, Russ Armstrong is your guy. Not only is he your guy, he's Chicago Window Guys. He comes to your house, he gives you the estimate, he'll measure a bunch of things, and then he'll custom make the windows for you, and he'll make them locally here in Chicago. Russ uses no subcontracted labor. It's his crew. So the same crew that installed my windows when Russ came out will install yours. He's got a price match guarantee. You keep hearing about buy one, get one free or special 50% off. He's going to explain to you why those deals aren't really what they say they are, and he'll offer you the best product with the best price. That is guaranteed. Here is Russ's number. Write it down, 847-302-9171. And you can check out his 5-star reviews at ChicagoWindowGuys.com. And I'm telling you, if other window people are coming out, and you're getting quotes, which is fine, ask them, hey, by the way, who's installing my windows? And they won't be able to answer because they use subcontracted labor where they don't know the people that are in and around your house. Russ will know those people, so you know everything will be done correctly the first time. So, 847-302-9171 and ChicagoWindowGuys.com. Kyle Tucker has finally hit the IL, and they wasted a few days in there.
Yep.
Because they tried to work with the patient to say, you think it'll be better. He left a game experiencing calf tightness after an awkward slide into second base. And now he's out. It's retroactive, but he's been put on the 10-day IL. And if he doesn't come back solid and ready to go, as the chances seem to dwindle here, the move that they made was to call up Moises Ballesteros.
Yep.
And I don't know what he is. He seems like a slappy fat guy.
You mean slappy as in how he addresses the ball?
Hello, ball. No, he's like a little slappy fat guy.
Okay.
He's not like late career Tony Gwynn, but he looks like he should be more powerful.
Absolutely. That's a good way to describe. He looks like he should be more powerful.
Yeah, the bat to ball looks fine.
Yeah.
He hit it out of the park. So I guess Carlos Santana will help be the breadcrumbs in the meatloaf as they wait for Tucker to come back. But and then there's the larger picture of what is this doing? What are these nagging injuries doing to Kyle Tucker's overall free agent value? When he was expecting $500 million.
Right.
Where are we now? Then it was $400 million estimate. Now are we at $300 million estimate? Is somebody going to make that commitment to this guy?
Oh, someone will. It's not going to be the Cubs. We already know that, but someone certainly will make the commitment to him. I mean, he's still one of the best 20 players in the game.
All right, quick check on playoff ramifications and what is happening as they're jockeying for seeding.
Yeah, so Cubs win last night, 6-1 over the Braves. Ian Happ, 2 hits. You know what he's doing in September? He's hitting 300 with an OPS of 950. A couple RBIs for PCA, and Matt Shaw with a big hit last night that extended the lead out for
Finally, somebody did
Cubs.
it last night. You're waiting.
Yes.
I mean, it was one of these frustrating games. Like, is this really happening again? And that was like clearing a blockage. You know, it finally. Oh, that big hit.
Yep, with runners in scoring position, Matt Shaw gets the hit. Cade Horton gets the win, his 10th on the season, 6 1/3, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 10 wins now. His ERA post All-Star break in 10 starts, 0.84. 0.84.
I love the way he stands on the mound, and he's got an attack mentality.
Yeah, he's developing into your ace of the staff.
The way he gets the sign with a purpose, like he's coming at you, and he's trusting his pitches, and you're seeing discomfort in the hitters. So he gets some bad swings.
Yep.
There's a lot of in between stuff that is telling you that he there'll be a pendular effect here, but at the moment he's ahead of the game.
Last night, also in Major League Baseball, the Reds beat the Padres 4-2. So the Cubs now have a 3-game lead on the Padres. The Mets lose to Philly 9-3. So the Cubs are now up 3 on the Padres, up 6 on the Mets in the wild card race. The Dodgers beat the Rockies 7-2. So they have extended their lead in the NL West by 2 games over the Padres as well. Tonight, the Cubs take on the Braves once again. It's Jameson Taillon makes his first start since August 24th. He goes against Chris Sale. In his last 3, Sale, ERA of .84, 12 hits, 25 strikeouts, 2 walks in his last 3 games. Jameson Taillon, in the month of August, he made 2 starts, 1.64 ERA, 8 hits, 7 strikeouts, and 13 walks. Going to be a tough one, though, tonight against Chris Sale. As the Cubs in their last 12 games, when we started watching the wild card race, 6-6 in the last 12 with 17 to go.
And you said what? Was it 20-9 over the last 20 when we started?
Yeah, we were looking at 19-10.
19-10
would be a realistic approach for the schedule that they have left. Also, want to just mention the White Sox, who lost their 90th game last night. They're 55-90. Can they avoid 100 losses, Dan? They need to go 8-9.
Yes,
for the rest of the season.
Yeah, the way they're playing.
They have 2 left against Tampa. Then they have 3-game series against Cleveland, Baltimore, San Diego, the Yankees, and Washington. Might be tough.
Might be tough.
But you can go 8-9 and avoid the 100 loss mark.
But the good thing about the Sox is there's at least a reason to watch young material players.
Yeah, and how did you say it? There's sprouts of green or shoots of green and green shoots? Yeah, there are.
I do think there is a completely defensible reason saying, hey, I'm a White Sox fan. I'm watching every inning of these guys, and good. If you like watching Colson Montgomery and
I like Minecraft
and Lenine Sosa and Chase Mydroth or whatever.
What how do you say? Because I call him Minecraft.
Wickelman Gonzalez.
Mindroth.
Mydroth. Minecraft.
I call him Minecraft.
Well,
I like him.
And they got another Montgomery coming up, too.
Him.
There was a big story about Braden Montgomery, no relation to Colson Montgomery.
That's good.
Right?
That they're not related.
A bunch of Montgomerys. Yeah. Why is it good?
Well, because if one wants to leave, then the other one wants to also leave.
Anthony Rizzo has retired from baseball. He is now going to settle into the cushiest.
He's a Cubs ambassador. I love it.
Already, he's going to be.
I applied. They said no.
He's going to hang around.
Yeah. I tried. They told me no.
Because I think, isn't Ryan Dempster moving? I thought,
out of state?
I thought Dempster was going somewhere that was going to prevent him from being around all the time. I don't know. I hope I'm not breaking news there, but they've got this whole stable of guys who make their way in and out of the broadcasts and in and around. Yeah. I have no idea if Anthony Rizzo is any good as a broadcaster,
or if he wants to do that stuff. Maybe he just wants to hang out. But in Wrigleyville,
the ambassador job the latest ambassador job has been filled by Anthony Rizzo. Congratulations to him.
I just missed out.
And
I was runner-up.
Sorry. Well, keep applying.
Just keep
applying before they stamp it with rejected.
Yep.
And eventually, it'll just say approved.
I hope so.
Yep.
Trying.
When you're rehabilitated. Rizzo with 4 Gold Gloves, 3 All-Star appearances, and, of course, the World Series championship and the leap into the arms.
9 years ago.
That will never be forgotten 9 years ago. 10 years with the Cubs. There are on Baseball Reference. Here, it is now
time.
Here we
go, the Wizzo
Quizzo.
This
is it. This is Rizzo. No, this is your Rizzo Quizzo.
All right, this is exciting. I love when you quiz me. This is fun.
There are a total of
7.
44 categories, offensive categories for the Cubs' all-time history on baseballreference.com. Now, I'm pulling 5 of those categories out because they're newfangled and they only started them in 1969.
So that leaves 39 left.
There are 39 categories that go back to 1912.
1912. All right,
where they didn't use like estimations for retroactive stuff.
Didn't use computers either.
Well, I'm sure there were some computers involved in the making of this, but
not in 1912.
No animals were harmed. I would like you to tell me, of those 39 categories, there are 5. There are 5. Okay. In which Anthony Rizzo appears in the Cubs' all-time top 10.
5 in the top 10.
There are 5 in the top 10. Now,
top 10.
of those, I will tell you, he is 10th in 4 of them.
Oh, okay.
And first in 1.
All right. How about on base percentage?
No.
Fielding percentage.
This is only hitting.
Only hitting. Oh yeah, you said that, didn't you? Or did you not say that?
This is where he stands as an all-time Cub as a hitter. He is 10th in 4 categories. He is first in 1.
Home runs.
No.
RBIs.
No.
Walks.
No.
Hit by pitch.
Number 1.
Yes.
He's the all-time Cubs leader in times being hit by a pitch at 165. It's by a mile.
Is that a good thing to lead?
Sure.
Well, yeah, because you get on base.
You crowd the plate and you're on base.
Okay.
I mean, you might get hurt, but...
Yeah, there's a possibility.
Number 2 is Frank Chance at a distant 137.
Wow.
But to do that in 10 years...
That's about 16 and a half a season.
Just about.
Yeah.
Just about.
I did the math on that.
I know you did.
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
So that's 1.
Hit by pitch.
Hit by pitch is 1.
And you said, okay, so I'm trying to think, what did I guess already? Because I've already forgotten. Did he, how about did I say hits?
You didn't.
How about hits?
No.
Okay. How about intentional walks?
Number 10.
Yes.
He had 67 intentional walks, so he's 10th all-time. Number 9, Phil Cavaretta was 74.
But wasn't there for on-base percentage?
Correct.
But is good on walks and good on hit by pitch.
Correct. He had it was 372, I believe, career Cubs on-base percentage, not in the top 10.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yep.
I'd like to hear that top 10 list sometime.
I can bring it to you if you like.
Yeah, please do that.
All right, all-time...
Give me a chance to think of other offensive stats.
All-time Cubs on-base percentage. Ray Grimes, Hack Wilson, Riggs Stevenson.
What? Give me numbers with those.
418,
Holy
412.
shit, that's good.
Riggs Stevenson, 408. Bill Lang, 400. Bill Madlock, 397.
Really?
Yeah. Cap Anson, Frank Chance, Stan Hack, Hazen Shirley, Kai Kyler, George Gore.
Hazen Shirley Kyler.
Hazen Shirley Kyler was a stutterer.
Oh.
So they'd say, "What's your name, son?" Kyler. And that's how he got his bullying nickname.
Okay.
George Gore
to keep it alive.
And Mark Grace are tied for 10th at 386.
386, and he was 372. You said,
yeah.
So he was okay.
I'm not saying he's bad.
No, I'm not saying he's bad. Yeah, he was real close though.
You have 3 more categories.
3 more categories where he finished 10th in an offensive statistic.
Top 10 in offensive stat.
Let's think here. How about extra base hits? How about doubles?
Extra base hits.
Extra base hits total.
Extra base hits 10th.
10th
with 538. Number 9 is Jimmy Ryan.
Never heard of him.
603.
Where did he play?
I don't know. Want me to check?
Yeah.
You want to know all this stuff?
Well, I do. It's helped me think of other offensive stats as well,
right.
too.
Jimmy Ryan. Jimmy. Ooh, that's an old timer there. Old Jimmy started in 1885, and he played for the Cubs his entire life. No, he played until 1900.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Did I say intentional walks?
You did?
Okay. And that was a no?
Yeah, one of these is probably a bad stat.
Okay. Well, fire that one away. What is it?
Grounded into double plays.
Oh, yeah. I'm thinking positive stuff.
He's 10th in GDPs at 112. He needed only one more to catch Glenn Beckert, who had 113. And
well, that's why he stopped playing.
And the last one is a positive offensive stat. And both that and GDP are functions of how often your teammates are on base.
Okay.
RBI is one of those stats. Grounded double plays is one of those stats.
Sacrifice.
Sacrifice flies.
Yes.
Very good.
Okay.
Yeah, well done, Matty.
Thank you.
Very good.
Yeah, I'm impressed with myself that I even could think of enough categories.
This is like, you remember when you did the question about the all-time passing yards?
Yes.
I was actually impressed with some of the names.
Some of the names you pulled up.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. But sack flies, Rizzo is tied for 10th. He's got 38.
Not Wizzo.
He is tied.
Rizzo.
He's tied with Jody Davis and Sean Dunston.
Okay.
In all-time Cubs sack flies, and there you go. That's your new Cubs ambassador.
Well, yeah, that's a great guy to have as an ambassador for your team. He can ambassador your team really well.
He's good at ambassading.
Yes,
ambassadorship.
I think it's I think when Tom Ricketts picked Anthony Rizzo over me to be the next Cubs ambassador, I think he made a good choice.
See, you also definitely can't be a Bulls ambassador in the Scottie Pippen mold.
Why?
Because that's the best job in the world. Because all you do is sit at half court and get drunk.
Oh yeah, I could sit at half court. I just won't get drunk.
Right, but like
I'll drink all the sparkling water you have at the United Center.
But that's an awesome job.
It is a good job.
So here's a contract, sir. You sign here, and we're going to give you money. What do? Come to the games, sit at half court, and drink. Done.
I have a bottle of the Scottie Pippen bourbon that he was selling.
Is that like the Frank Thomas vodka?
I don't know. I never opened it before I quit drinking, so I don't know how good it is.
Ooh, it's maybe you can now it's special.
It's autographed too, by Scottie Pippen, not by like someone else. Like the guy at the liquor store didn't sign it. Yeah, no, it was Scottie Pippen.
The cashier at the liquor store.
Like, why does your bottle say Jim on it? Well, I don't know. I have the yeah.
All right, this is important, and this actually had my jaw drop, and I'm not kidding. I promise you.
All right, so give me a comparison between this story and the horses out in Wayne, which we found that we have a friend and colleague who lives in Wayne.
Yes, and the number of people who replied to the horse
there was a lot.
Wayne story and say just how weird it is out there.
The picture you sent me last night
of the Nazi
cover,
dog.
No, the cover story.
Oh, yeah.
That was great.
They show
the horse. He's like, "What the fuck you looking at?"
Yeah, the furtive hiding horse. It looked like the famous picture of Ryan Pace, like looking around the doorway in through the ajar.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's the horse is like, "Come and get me."
Yeah, and then
I've got strangles.
Picture of the German dog too. That was good.
But this is the ABC News copy regarding what happened.
And so this is not about the vaccines where he got backed into a corner and looked like an asshole.
And you know that I am not a conspiracy theorist.
No, you don't believe in anything.
But this is wild if you haven't seen it, if it is what they say it is. A never-before-seen video released yesterday by a member of Congress appears to show a U.S. military Hellfire missile bouncing off a bright, shiny object being tracked off the coast of Yemen on October 30th, 2024.
Okay.
The video is available. The video was released at a House Government Oversight Subcommittee hearing into unidentified anomalous phenomena, or UAP. That's the military's term for UFOs. They can't just call it UFOs.
Phenomena. Phenomena.
They're called UAP.
Okay.
During the hearing, Representative...
Wait, unidentified...
Anomalous phenomena.
Okay.
During the hearing, Representative Eric Burleson, a Republican from Missouri, played a video that he said, "I've been given," and that he claimed was taken by an MQ-9.
I went to school with Ivan Given.
Claim was taken by an MQ-9 Reaper drone.
Okay.
The overhead video
sounds deadly.
Showed a fast-moving object moving in a straight line above the waves in the waters off the coast of Yemen, and captured what Burleson said was a Hellfire missile fired by another Reaper drone that appeared to strike the object. Now, just so you know, A Hellfire drone is 5.5 feet long.
Yep.
Or, no, the Hellfire missile
is 5.5 feet long.
5.5 feet long. The missile itself weighs 100 pounds.
Okay.
And you've seen them in the video of blowing up terrorists. And
yes.
Because, Obama loved these things. Obama blew up everything and everybody. It was his favorite video game. He would come to work and just blow shit up and nobody really cared. It was a big deal in his administration. So this thing hits, this Hellfire missile hits this object, and it spins for a tiny bit. It just kind of spins.
The object spins.
The object, a 5-foot-long, 100-pound, laser-guided Hellfire missile loaded with explosives.
With dynamite.
Hits this thing, and it spins a little bit and then immediately gets back on its trajectory and continues on the same line undisturbed.
Huh.
You got to see it.
And you've seen this video?
Everybody has.
Okay.
It's there. It's available. There's a distant that shows, okay, it kind of knocked it for a little loop, and then it immediately goes back to its trajectory, picks up speed, and goes again.
Okay. So we're claiming that this was a UFO?
Well, it is technically a UFO.
Okay. And there's no other logical, reasonable explanation of what could have happened. That the missile missed.
No, it didn't miss.
It's got some kind of unknown defense system that didn't allow it to.
Let me just read you the rest here.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
At the time the video was purportedly taken, the waters off Yemen were an active combat zone as U.S. Navy ships and aircraft protected commercial shipping lanes from missiles and drones fired at shipping vessels by the Houthi militants, not the blowfish, but the Houthi militants in Yemen. U.S. Navy ships were regularly shooting down those missiles and drones that posed a threat to them or commercial vessels. The video raises several questions. Did it capture a potential attack on ships? Did the object pose a threat to U.S. naval ships operating in the combat zone? So they have an investigative journalist there who seemed kind of sketchy to me. He said the public should be seeing this stuff, and why you're not allowed to, I don't know. He was a witness at the hearing alongside others identified as whistleblowers of military UFO incidents. He said that's the Hellfire missile smacking into that UFO and just bouncing right off, and it kept going.
Huh.
So they don't know what this was. A U.S. defense official told ABC News, "We do not have anything to provide on this," when asked to authenticate the video and the time and location it was allegedly taken. Asked to comment on the video, a Department of Defense spokesperson said, "I have nothing for you." So one possibility is the video is completely made up.
Mm-hmm.
It's AI slop. One possibility is that there's a massive cover-up of something that happened. But I will tell you, when you watch it...
I'm watching it right now.
And if there is, usually there's some kind of weird explanation that they say, oh, it's a weather balloon, or it's some sort of a plasma or high atmosphere gas that creates that image on the screen, or there's some issue of parallax where the visuals get bent by gravity, whatever that may be.
All right, so the thing that's coming along is the UAP, and then the missile comes out
perpendicularly.
Yeah. All right, so if the missile hit it, wouldn't it blow up?
You think?
No, I'm saying, like, wouldn't the missile blow up? Like, how does the missile keep flying past it?
It doesn't. There's chunks of the missile you see,
okay,
right? You actually see debris where the missile blows up.
Nah, it looked like it doesn't look like debris to me.
Well, and then the object spins away, and then there is a shot purportedly from a distance that shows it continuing at speed over the water on the same path.
I don't know. How does this impact the Bears winning a championship this year?
I don't know.
Okay,
but I'm a little concerned about it.
What concerns you about this?
I don't know.
Okay.
Nothing should be able to absorb a direct hit from a Hellfire missile unfazed.
Okay. I don't know.
I don't know either. I thought that the video would be grainier and
I don't buy it.
And underwhelming.
I don't buy it.
Well, no, of course you don't buy it.
No, I don't believe it.
But I have yet to hear a rational explanation for what it could be. That's what I'm waiting on. And maybe somebody's got it. Maybe they're going to find an expert to an expert, or they're going to get somebody at least saying that here's a leak from the Department of Defense. It goes, yeah, it wasn't actually a Hellfire missile. It was some kind of dud missile that we use for training.
Or it was like a football that we threw, bounced right off.
But at least it hit the target and it was out on time.
Yeah, it's not Brett Favre throwing anymore, but maybe, it could be other retired quarterbacks. Maybe they got Dan Marino on an aircraft carrier launching footballs.
Leave this open-ended for now until we know more. All I know is you see the video, and you're like, not supposed to survive a direct hit from a Hellfire missile, let alone just immediately resume at the same speed and just kind of absorb it like there was no big deal.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Well, let's follow up on that, because I wonder if it's the end of the world.
Well, we're going to follow up.
We're all doomed.
Well, I'm sure at some point we're all doomed. That you can count on. And on Forward Progress, we're going to dive deep into Bears sound and all things Bears. Along with Matt Abaticola, I'm Dan Bernstein. Make sure, if you are enjoying DBU, or maybe you're hate listening, maybe you're one of the people who just loves to say horrible things about everything that makes you miserable when you're like, I hate this. These people suck. I'm watching and listening to every episode, and they suck. Good. That's great. Whatever has you clicking, doesn't matter why. So come on in, subscribe, rate, download all the verbs, and make it part of your daily life and get it into your routine. This has been Dan Bernstein Unfiltered.
Dan Bernstein Unfiltered. Unfiltered on 312 Sports.